Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here doing a recap of last night and a look ahead to today's games for the Big Ten game slate for Wednesday for November 30th. So as normal, hope all you guys had a really good night last night, as we did here once again. So, this night it was Anthony that went off. I had the two good nights in a row, and then Anthony, as you see, had a good night here tonight. So anyway, a 351.5. So recap last night and look ahead to today's games. Alrighty, so he went with Chris Paul here. That 59.5. So as we all know, Griffin was out, so Paul definitely had to step it up. Unfortunately, the Clippers actually lost to Brooklyn here, but man, a triple double for Paul. A very good night from him. Next was Hill. Man, what happened to Hill? I know Beverly's, a half decent defender, but, they scored 120 points. So you think he'd get a little bit more in 14. So unfortunately, that just didn't happen. Kilpatrick, man, this guy just went off 52.8. Clarkson, a huge dud, didn't do anything, only at 15. Hayward, I liked him all day. Told you I liked him in the video. Had you 47.5. Good night from him. GPP here with Ingram, 25.1. Nick Young got a little nicked up, so Ingram got a little bit more playing time, so 25 for him. Anthony Davis, what can you say about this guy? 75.7. Huge night from him. Maurice Bates, he put him in there because Jordan was out, just a place filler. Didn't do much, but he definitely let you get in some, let you get in Paul and Davis in there. And then DeAndre Jordan, last but not least. Brooklyn is very bad against the center position, and Jordan definitely had a heck of a night. As you see, obviously did a lot better with no Blake Griffin there. So, yeah, another very good night for us. As normal, guys, if you guys are struggling with NBA, you guys need some help, definitely let us know. You get 4 lineups per day, 2 from me and 2 from Anthony. It's only $30 a month, so you'll definitely easily make it back. If you're interested, definitely let us know. We have our email in the comment section, or if you guys just need some fantasy help or anything like that, we'll help you as well. So yeah, with that being said, as I said, another very good night from us. Hopefully you guys had a good night as well. All right, we're going to move on to the 10-game slate here for Wednesday. Starting it off for us, we got Sacramento and Philly. We got a 206 total and Sacramento by 5. So I'm actually really liking this matchup. As normal, I keep telling you guys, Philly loves playing at home. I know the record's terrible, but they're really competitive at home. So, right away, Boogie, obviously, got to have him in there. He's 10-9, but definitely worth it. I like some Joel Embiid. Both of these guys are going to go at each other. Embiid should be able to play. Had a little bit of rest. So I love both of these guys. Obviously, would give it to Cousins. Embiid getting up there in his price. He's not playing enough minutes, but definitely don't mind him at all. And then Ursan, maybe he'll play a little bit better here. This is a half-decent matchup for him. He's been up and down, 4,600 though, and he's only getting me 24, 18, and 21. Maybe not. But, he does have a pretty good matchup there, but not really too high on him. A GPP play, though, he's been half decent these last couple games. Is Rashawn Holmes at 25 and 25. So if he gets those minutes again and he gets to play, definitely don't mind him in a GPP. He's only $3,800. A lot of people will not have him. But if he's going to get you 25, man, definitely put him in your lineup. A very good spot for him as well. Alrighty, small forward. Obviously, Rudy Gay, I love him. Covington just hasn't been getting it done this year. Last game against Toronto had a very good night, though. Played bigger minutes, so don't know if I can really trust that. Just randomly had a good game. I know he had 40 the other day, but not too high there. But really, Rudy Gay sitting in a very good spot. Not too high on the shooting guards here. And then point guards, Darren Collison, half-decent spot. Maybe some Sergio Rodriguez. That's another GPP, but if you get you 20, 24, 25, you're sitting, very nice. Depends on what's going on with Bayless. But Rodriguez, as you see, 26 and 25 in his last 2. Been playing bigger minutes. So as long as Bayless is out, I don't mind Rodriguez. Looks like he might be back, though. So Bayless may start over Rodriguez. But So I don't mind Collison, but don't really want to attack those two at all. Not really high on those shooting guards. So I'd love some Rudy Gay quite a bit. And then, as I said, don't mind some Rashawn Holmes in a GPP. And then obviously Boogie and then some Joel Embiid if you want to spend up for him. But I think there's some better options out there, with the 10 games out there. So definitely don't mind picking 2 or 3 guys from that game. Definitely going to have some exposure to that one. Alrighty, moving on. We got Boston and Detroit, 197 total. Nothing pretty, but we got Boston by 8. Yeah, I mean this is okay. Detroit's been playing a lot of ball here recently, so they might be a little tired. See here, we got Isaiah Thomas. He's always sitting in a very good spot. Last time he faced Detroit, he got you 42.8. So definitely don't mind going to Isaiah Thomas again, $8,200. Sitting in a very good spot here against Ish Smith. Not too high on Smith. As normal, I love some Avery Bradley. He's just one of my favorite players to watch. Just, for the most part, a very consistent player. Only had 21 against Detroit, but I like him here at home. As you see, that Detroit and the Minnesota, he struggled, but ever since then, he started picking it up. So 6,600, I'll definitely take that. I don't mind some Bradley at all. Pope, he's been half decent. Not my favorite matchup here against Boston, even though Boston really hasn't been playing too well defensively, but he's been up and down, but not really the place I want to take him with a 197 total. And then Jay Crowder, he's been half decent. Don't really like Morris against Crowder. Crowder not getting those big minutes just yet. Tobias Harris had a very good game last night. I picked him in one of my lineups. He had 39.4. I don't mind him at all in this matchup because, Amir Johnson's not a good defender anymore. Tobias Harris should definitely, have a half-decent game, getting those big minutes again. Boston, very bad against that power forward position. Let me go see. I think they're in the top 4 or 5. They're number 6. So, definitely don't mind targeting Harris at all if you want to go that way. Still pretty cheap at 5,300. And then you got Andre Drummond, you got Al Horford. As I keep telling you guys almost every day, whoever is playing against Drummond, target him. Al Horford's going to be back. Didn't play last game because of some personal reasons, but look, he's back. He's going to be at home against Drummond. I love him. Sitting in a very good spot. I got to play him in this matchup. Just way too good to pass up. I don't mind Drummond either, but I definitely go Al Horford a little bit cheaper. So Horford, don't mind Drummond. I love me some Tobias Harris and then Ish Smith and maybe some Bradley, but maybe pick 1 or 2 and move on from this one. Don't want too much exposure. I think it will be a little bit higher than 197 though, probably around 203, 204. But that spread should stay the same. Maybe go down a little bit, but should stay around 8 or 9. All right, moving on. We got Memphis and Toronto. We got a 195 total in Toronto by 11. So if you guys haven't heard yet, Mike Conley fractured some bones in his back. He is out for a very long time. So Memphis is, definitely going to be hurting a little bit. With that being said, Lowry sitting in a very good spot. Had a big game against Philly last time out. None of these guys are going to be able to guard Lowry, Harrison, or Baldwin. None of them will be. I don't want to attack Baldwin or Harrison just yet. Not the best matchup against Toronto, but I think these guys should share minutes unless maybe Baldwin gets 35 minutes. But not sure what's going on there yet. But I love me Lowry quite a bit. Don't mind some DeRozan. But as you see this, this game definitely could get away from them. So maybe they rest some of their guys. But I would definitely, for me, I'd go Lowry over DeRozan. Don't mind some DeMar Carroll here at all. Vince Carter looks like he's a little banged up as well. I don't think Troy Williams can really guard DeMar Carroll. So if you're looking for around 24, 25, I don't mind him at all. Don't really want to attack any of these guys here. So this is just a kind of game. Marc Gasol, he's going to have to step it up. His usage is definitely going to go up. So if you want to put in some Marc Gasol, but I definitely can see this to being like 105 to like 80, 87 game. I really think Toronto should blow them out. So, but if you want to pick anyone, I like some Lowry. I really do. No one, as you see, Harrison or Baldwin aren't going to be able to cover him. Maybe some DeRozan, not my favorite play just because he's always a good play, but 9,000. There's a lot of different guys I like there on this 10-game slate. So I'm not really going to be targeting that game too much since that spread's at 11 and only a 195 total. All right, moving on. We got Chicago and the Lakers. We got a 212 total in Chicago by 10. So Lakers did play last night. They got blown out by the Pelicans. They're having some injuries as well. Nick Young, he's a little messed up, as we all know. Russell's out, and Randall, he just got back, but he's not all the way healthy yet. But right away, I don't mind some Rajon Rondo. They're going to be at home. He's actually been a half-decent player here ever since he came off that injury list. 34, 31, 39, 33. Don't mind firing up Rondo. As we know, Lakers not that good against point guards, so I like him quite a bit. Don't mind the Wade. I wish he was around $6,500. He's still sitting in a very good spot. Don't mind Clarkson. But probably not going to be picking him in this one. He jumped up to 5,700, so yeah, I might be staying away from him for a while. Jimmy Butler, he's just going to annihilate in this game. Might get away, and he only may play about 3/4, so that's the only bad thing about Butler. Plus, he went up to 9,000. If this game was a closer spread, I would target him, but he'll probably get you around 40, 44, 45, and then that's it. That's not bad, but I'm looking for a little bit more than that. And then you got Randall, you got Taj Gibson. Maybe this game is going to get blown out of proportion like they think it will. Last time the Bulls faced the Lakers, this is a GPP, but last time they faced them, it was a big blowout, so Nikola Mirotic played a lot of minutes, and he had 35 fantasy points. So I don't think anybody's going to have Mirotic. Maybe put him in one lineup. I wouldn't put him in all your lineups, obviously, but if you want to have one crazy lineup, maybe put in some Mirotic. I really am expecting the Bulls to pull away from this one at home. So maybe Mirotic get some extra minutes there. And then I'd obviously, as normal, don't mind some Robin Lopez. Very good spot here against the Lakers. He should get you around 27, 28. Didn't do too good against Philly, which I was kind of disappointed I had him. Last time he faced the Lakers, he had 32. So, yeah, definitely don't mind some Robin Lopez. Like I said, I wish this game was a lot closer. Hopefully that spread maybe changes, but I don't think it's going to, because this would have been a very good matchup to target. Not too high on Taj Gibson. Maybe get you 27, 28, maybe, but not my biggest power forward play. Butler as normal, maybe put him in there. Maybe put in some Ingram if you think he's going to get you 23, 24. Dwayne Wade, I like him. He's a little expensive here, but then Rondo. So, like I said, maybe one or two from this one and then move on. That total is high, but that spread is just, scaring me a little bit. But like I said, one or two, maybe some Rondo and some Lopez, some cheap guys. If they get you 20, 28, 29, they're not going to kill your lineups. But moving on, we got the New York Knicks and Minnesota Timberwolves. We got a 211 total and Minnesota by 4, so I love this game quite a bit. Huge total, Minnesota only by 4. I love me right away. I haven't looked at his price. I'm guessing it went up to around 63. Oh, man, it went up to 67. All right. Well, I like D-Rose. $6,700. Definitely, Fanduel definitely put his price back up there, didn't they? I still don't mind him. That spread is so close. Yeah, I'm still probably going to play some Rose. His price is getting up there, though. If he hits that 7K mark, I don't know if I can play him anymore. Zach LaVine sitting in a good spot. He's been on a roll these last couple games. Courtney Lee, not the best defender out there, as you see, 37 and 47. So I love Zach LaVine quite a bit in this one. Very good matchup for him. And then you got Carmelo. I don't mind him. Not too high on Wiggins. Kid Stap's got to have him in there. Don't mind Gorky Dang, but not the best matchup for him against Porzingis. And then Karl Anthony Towns is just going to eat Joakim Noah alive. Noah in the past, pretty good defender, but Towns at home. They're going to need him in this one. I love him a lot. So this game, as I said, going to target a lot. Towns, Porzingis, maybe Carmelo, Zach LaVine, and then D Rose, even though he's getting up there in price, but still should get you around 35 to 40 here tonight. Definitely love targeting that one. Alrighty, moving on. We got Washington and OKC. We got a 212 total, and Oklahoma City by 6. Should be another very good close game. As you see, Westbrook is at 12-4. If you can get him in there, get him in there as normal. At minimum, he's going to get you 55. So if you can get him, put him in your lineup, and then just move on. You can definitely do that tonight on this 10-game slate. I love John Wall here as normal. Westbrook's not the best defender out there, and that shows. Let me go see here. Point guards, Thunder are right there. They're the 5th worst team against point guards. So I love some John Wall. Going to be a good close game. He's going to want to definitely go at Westbrook. I see 45-50 from him tonight. I really do. I love John Wall. Probably one of my favorite point guards of the night. And then Oladipo and Beal, I love both of those guys as well. Their prices went up a little bit, but I'm paying for them in this matchup. I love it. Otto Porter, I'm paying for him. I might just stack 3 or 4 guys from this game. Canner, maybe. He still only plays 20 minutes, but gets you around 25 points. And then Gortat, Adams kind of cancel each other out. So right away, I love Otto Porter. Price still hasn't caught up to him. Beal, Oladipo. I'd probably pick Beal over Oladipo, though. But don't mind Oladipo. And then Westbrook and Wall. Definitely going to have a lot of exposure to this one, as you guys should as well. All right, moving on. We got San Antonio and Dallas. We got a 192 total in San Antonio by 9. So surprisingly, San Antonio lost to Orlando, which was a huge surprise. Just Dallas. They're just a train wreck right now. It's just not going well for them. I don't really want to target anybody in this game, to be honest. As normal, Kawhi Leonard's in play, maybe Harrison Barnes, but he'll be going up against Kawhi. I just don't know who you want to target in this one. Maybe some Gasol, but this should just be a blowout. You might want to watch and see if Popovich does anything here. He may rest 1 or 2 players just because they're facing Dallas, so they're not going to need their full team. And it is on the road and a back-to-back, so maybe Popovich maybe rests 1 or 2 guys. I don't know. He does like doing that, and it would be a good spot for him here against Dallas. We'll see. But I don't really care for anybody. I don't mind Aldridge, but it looks like Harrison Barnes probably going to move back down that power forward position, so I don't really care for this one. I think Seth Curry actually had a half-decent game against San Antonio when they played last time. We'll go see. He had 29 fantasy points, but D. Will is back, so he'll probably come off the bench. So, I'm just not really high in this game, so I'm probably going to move on from this one. All right, moving on, we got Miami and Denver. We got a 203 total, and Denver by 5. So right away, I'm guessing his price went up as well. Dragic, I love him. Let me see, 68, still not bad at all. Moutier, terrible defender. Tyler Johnson, game time decision. And then you got Waiters, he's out. Winslow is out. So, Dragic going to be in a lot of my lineups. We all saw what he did last time out. He was only 3% owned in a tournament when he got 50+. So, sitting in it. Look at that, 55 points. So he's sitting in a very good spot. So you better have him in your lineup. I really don't want to be messing with Josh Richardson too much. He's been all over. 4,600, that's a little too much for me right now. And then you got Cole. I don't really care for those power forwards. And then you obviously got Hassan Whiteside. Dragic and him were definitely doing very good together, pairing up against Boston, and he had 50 points. So with Dragic back, the ball gets moved around a little bit more. So I really don't mind pairing Whiteside and Dragic together here against Denver in a close matchup. I love both of those guys. So not really going to be targeting any Denver guys. Chandler is sitting in a good spot, but he's 6,400 and against Miami, but no, Winslow, so he should be half decent, but still a little too much. If he was around 57, 58, I'd pay for him. But for me in this one, I like Whiteside, I like Dragic, and that's really it. So we're going to move on from that one. And then we got Atlanta and Phoenix. We got a 208 total in Atlanta by 6. So another very good matchup. As you see, I'm targeting a lot of these Western Conference teams since I just, usually West Coast offenses are fast paced. So Phoenix and Atlanta, going to be a good one. Right away, I do not mind Eric Bledsoe. $8,100 though might fade off him because there's some other good options, but very good matchup here against Dennis Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder, if you're looking for around 25, 26, I don't mind him either. Phoenix not good against point guards, and he's been half decent. Picked it up against Golden State, but I definitely see around 28, 29 from Schroeder. So half decent spot in this situation. So I definitely don't mind him. Don't mind Booker here at all either. As I say, going to be a good close game. They're going to need Booker. Had a really good game against Denver, so he's so streaky though. So I'd probably put him in a GPP only, not really a cash game safe play. And then you got Kent Bazemore. This might be a half decent spot for him. Had a very bad game against Golden State, but he's a really streaky guy as well. As you see, he only had 21. Didn't do too bad, but he's really streaky. But against these teams that aren't that good defensively, as you see, Lakers had 30. Charlotte, they're an okay defense, but he had 30 as well. And then Philly, 31. So he really does very good against the teams that aren't that good against their defense. So I love me Bazemore. I really do. Don't think he'll be well owned, but if he gets you 33, 34, at like 1 or 2% owned, you're definitely going to be above everybody else. I don't mind Millsap. Don't mind Howard either, but going up against Chandler. But yeah, don't mind Howard. He should get you at least 13, 14 rebounds in this one, probably around 35 fantasy points. But for 8K, I'm just going to go a little bit higher and go Whiteside. So, yeah, Bazemore in a GPP, Booker in a GPP, Eric Bledsoe, I don't mind him, but better options out there. And then Dennis Schroeder as well in a GPP. So, very, a lot of these guys are in play for me. Another good game that I'm going to be targeting quite a bit. All right, last but not least, we got Indiana and Portland. We got a 215 total in Portland by 8. I definitely don't think it's going to be at an 8 spread. Indiana has been playing good ball. I know they're, they're traveling almost across the country to Portland, but look, Indiana, they have a pretty good team. I don't think it's going to be an 8 spread. I really do think it's going to be a good close game. Right away, I love some Jeff Teague. Don't mind Lillard either at home, but man, if Paul George is still going to be out, Jeff Teague is sitting in a very good spot. This is going to be a fast-paced game. They're going to need him in this one. I just like him. I think he's going to get you around 34, 35. If you had the pick, I would probably go Derrick Rose over Jeff Teague, but still don't mind Jeff Teague at all. And like I said, Lillard, I love him. Don't mind CJ McCollum at all. Monte Ellis, not bad option. If you want to go some Glenn Robertson the third, I don't mind him. Price went up though. That's the only bad thing, which kind of stinks. I wish he was around 4,100 still. 31 and 24. I don't think that price should not be there. He should be around 43, 44. So I don't think I can really touch him in this one. And you got Maurice Harkless though. He's usually not a popular play, but he's for the most part a very consistent player. As you see, 25, 30, 31, 27. Plays pretty big minutes. Glenn Robertson, obviously not as good as a defender as Paul George. So for only $5,000, I think that could be a sneaky play for you. No, not many people are going to have him. And if you maybe have him here on the late game, like I said, he'll be at like 1 or 2% owned probably. And it gets you 28, 29. You'll definitely shoot up the leaderboards easily because nobody's going to have him. Thaddeus Young, I love him. 5,500. He hasn't been the most explosive guy. Once in a while he is, but look, Portland, they're not good right now against that power forward position. 17 and 18, as you see, not doing too well. But if we go here and look at the defensive versus position, power forwards, right there, boom, Trailblazers, number 1 worst team against power forwards. So I don't mind giving Thaddeus Young a shot. He's sitting at 5,500, so he's sitting in a very good spot to take a shot with him. If he even gets you 27, 28, he's hitting value for you. So I love me Thaddeus Young quite a bit. All right, you got the centers. You got Miles Turner. You got Plumlee. as normal, Pacers are not a good rebounding team. They are the fourth worst team against the center position. Trailblazers aren't too bad this year. Let me just see where they are. Yeah, there's middle of the pack, so I don't mind Plumlee. He should get you around 30 here. He's still sitting at 5,800. I don't mind it. Price is going up a little bit, but if you're looking for a mid-range center, look, he's been pretty consistent, 30, 41, and 30. As I said, I think he'll get 30 in this one, so maybe a little bit higher, but he should definitely get a double-double. Should get you around 12, 13 rebounds. So I love Plumlee a lot. So this game I'm going to be targeting a lot as well. So Plumlee, Thaddeus Young, Maurice Harkless, don't mind McCollum, and then obviously love some Lillard, but don't mind some Jeff Teague either. Alrighty, I think that does it. Let's try and make a rough draft lineup for you guys. As normal, if you guys are interested in the final lineup, definitely hit us up on our email. Alrighty, let's see what I can do for you guys here. I'm going to go John Wall, and then I'm going to go – let's go some D Rose. Really like those two. Then I'm going to go Beal and let me see here. Let's go Victor. Let me see. See how Victor Oladipo has been doing. Yeah, I definitely don't mind him in this matchup at all. So we're going to put him in there. Victor Oladipo. All right, I got to go get somebody cheap here. All right, so as I told you, I like Harkless. I'm going to go get him. Put him in there. It's either between Rudy Gay and Otto Porter. I know there's 3 Washington players in there, but I really don't mind that stack at all. Yeah, Rudy Gay's been all over. So I'm going to go Otto Porter. Like I said, I know there's 3 of Washington players, but like I said, I don't mind it at all. And then you got, let's see here. I want to get Whiteside. All right, let's take out Rose. I totally just forgot. Sorry. Let's take out Rose and put in Dragic. Forgot about that. And then not much on the power forwards here. If I can find somebody half cheap. All right, let's see if I can go get a different shooting guard. All right, I didn't see anybody. So $5,500 is what we got working here. Man, not many good options. I want Porzingis, but that's like almost impossible. 3,500. Yeah, there's nobody at 3,500 I care for, so can't get him in there. All right, for this, let's just go. Man, that's not looking good at all. So anyway, these power forwards are definitely – that's not my final at all. I'm going to have to get rid of these. I mean, I don't mind Harris. He's sitting in a good spot. I don't mind Gibson. But I definitely want to get Porzingis in that lineup. I'm probably going to go Porzingis, and then let's take out him. I totally forgot about Thaddeus Young. Let's take out Taj Gibson and go to Thaddeus Young here. As I said, I liked him. All right, let's go get him. All right, that looks a little better. Then you got $200. So John Wall, as I said, I love him quite a bit. If you can go Westbrook and Dragic, that's where I would overall I would go Westbrook Dragic for me if you can do that. But if you don't want to go Westbrook, I love some Wall quite a bit. I love Beal. Don't mind Otto Porter. There's about 2 or 3 different guys I could go to. Harkless, as they say, gets you around 25, 26, sitting good. Otto Porter sitting in a very good spot here against Oklahoma City. Thaddeus Young, he's kind of a wild card play here. He's $5,500, as I said. Not really taking a shot with him. He's pretty cheap, and Portland's number one worst defense against power forward. So don't mind some Thaddeus Young. I don't mind Harris, but as I said, I'm going to probably go get some Porzingis in there. But don't mind Harris, but not my favorite play out there. Just needed somebody to fill in there. And then I love some Hassan Whiteside. So if you put some Dragic, Hassan Whiteside in there, mixed with some Westbrook, if you could do that some way, you're sitting very, very pretty. I think that does it. $200 left over. So, alrighty, guys, I think that does it. If you guys are interested in premium lineups, definitely let us know. As you see, we had a 351. Here's some of our subs. Right here, Robert came in first place in his little mini tournament with the 351. Had $20. So definitely congrats to him. And then go up here to JC. He won $30. Came in 705th in a tournament. So if you guys are interested and you guys need some help on some fantasy NBA, definitely hit us up. As you see, you can make your $30 back easy, as he did right there. Boom, $30. So, it's $30 a month. You get 4 lineups per day, 2 from me and 2 from Anthony. Or if you guys just need some fantasy help, let us know as well. We will have our email in the comment section. Message us and we'll get you all set up on lineups. Alrighty, guys, I think that does it. Hope everyone has a good Wednesday, and we'll see you guys Thursday.